Hello, it's Debbie from Australia and I'm here today with my July 2023 cross stitch update, and I hope this video finds you all well. Welcome to all my new subscribers. Thanks to the lovely Kelly at Animal Instincts for the great shout out, and welcome also to my current subscribers, and I hope you all find a project you find interesting and want to see through to the finish. I had July off from work this year. I did have jobs queued up. Didn't get them done, of course, but a lot of stitching done. So for July, I worked on 21 projects. I had 4 starts, 4 finishes, and I did over 35,000 stitches for the month. Going through the starts, and of course, this has gone. I don't know. Okay, I do the finishes first. That's why the finishes have come up first. That makes sense. You'd think this was the first time I've ever done it. Okay, the 4 finishes I had in July were... I've got to go back. One more. Yes, I do. This was the start and the finish for July. It's called Happy St. Patrick's Day. It is from Cross Stitch Pictorial. I started it on the 6th of July and finished it on the 17th of July, and it's done on 28 count white linen. And I did this for my mum, who decorates for St. Patrick's Day. This is only roughly put on the board again. We have picked out the black frame to put it in. Mum's painting it at the moment, and then I'll be able to cut the board to size and actually put it together. It's really cute. You look closely, you didn't even have to stitch the beads. That is just the fabric and just the back stitch to make them look the way they did. I've also got an Easter one, and I'm thinking of doing it because I think they're really, really cute. 5 little fellows, all rather cute. Didn't take long, and like I said, I'm quite looking forward to doing the Easter one. My next finish, and this one I do bits and pieces. This one is from the Vermilion Stitchery. It is an old pattern. My originals are in storage, but I did the February one a while ago, a couple of years ago, and I was working. I thought I'd go back and do the January one. I actually had to do green stitches, and I thought it was perfect for green stitches. So I actually finished January, which is the snowdrops in the cups. The charting is just brilliant. I don't know if you can see, but even around the edge of the cup, the back stitching shows up, the little snowdrops around the edge of the cup. I started this one January on the 21st of February 2022, and I finished it on the 30th of January 2023 on 32 count linen. And there's February sitting there. February was very hard. A lot of little quarter stitches to get that saucer the way it is. They look like they're crooked, but trust me, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't get them straight. But that bottom line on each saucer is a straight line. It took me ages to double check. So before and after, mainly had a lot of the white stitching and a little bit of the green to go. All of the back stitch and the rim of the cup. Thoroughly enjoyed all of it. And that's January and February. And then if I need to in the future, I can start March. My next finish was Melissa from the Primitive Hare. Now this one, I've said many times I was going to change the name to Debbie because Melissa is Greek for the bee, Debbie is Hebrew for the bee. And there is my Debbie. The Debbie looks a bit wonky, but again, I think it's just how I've pinned it on the board. It is using the same font as Melissa. I used the curve of the A's for the B's and the L's, so it's in the similar font. She turned out rather pretty in the end with her B's. I really, really love this. I want to get a long, slender black frame. Probably a similar frame that we found for the little shamrock one in black to put her in, because I can just see her in a long, slender frame. Very pretty. This is on 32 count gold spinner. I started on the 21st of March 2022. And I haven't written it down, but I'm pretty sure she was finished in the first week of July. I used her for a challenge called Finishes for Freedom in Down Under Divas. And finished her up. The skip, the bee skip, is actually done in, I don't know if I can put it down, it's in gold shiny thread with all the honeycomb put in there. I loved it. I love it. And she's finished. But instead of having 4 finishes and being done, I of course had 4 starts. But before and after. I did have Debbie charted already, so I didn't have to panic about getting that done. I could just merrily go along with it as I went along. Okay, then we're on to finishes. They're not in order, so I'm just going to have to grab it. They always go alphabetical. I don't know what it's doing. It's me, it's not the machine. This is the Sweetheart Tree, Stitch's favourite Biscornu pin cushion. Love this the minute I saw it. Now, the stitching is finished. The stitching is all finished. I sent, luckily, there's tiny little buttons in to go around the threads. There's beads at the end of those vines, so they look like grapes. I think you were supposed to do the whole thing again. I chose not to, because you're only going to see the up corners, so I only did the corner pieces. That was my choice. And next month, I hope to show you that fully finished, which is certainly doable. You've got a beautiful blue heart button that goes in the centre of that. And the tiny buttons. I've got tiny buttons, but they're nowhere near as tiny. I thought I'd lost them. But they were in the original packaging, and I was quite pleased when I came across them. Before and after, I only had the vine work done. And I thought, it's been sitting there for far too long. It was time to just get it done. And again, look at the difference that light box makes. My son actually gave me an extra attachment, so if I want to do how-tos or demos or have longer projects, I can take the photos now because it's got an extension for the camera. He certainly got me kitted out. Okay, next we have, this is called Brown Coat Christmas, and they're Christmas decorations from Firefly, the series Firefly. I got this from MS Head Stitch in Charge on Etsy. There is Mal on the naughty list. I aim to misbehave. And Inara, there'll be much mistletoeing. They're the 2 I've got done, and they're fully finished. And I'll make them up into ornaments when I'm done. There is 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 of them, the 9 main characters. So I've got 2 done. I've got 7 to go. And I think they're very cute, very different. So instead of the before and after, they're just the 2. And I did have a suggestion of showing where I'm currently at and the completed project. So I've got now, for those that I can, before and afters, and then I'll have the afters along with the finished project, so you can see how much has got to go. It's what I'm aiming for. That's what I'm aiming for. My next start was Buzz from Hands On Design. You can't really see it. Just there is the cat one. That says meow. This is Buzz. It comes with the pins in its package. It says Buzz. Well, it doesn't come with it. You've got to buy it. So I've got the Buzz pins and the bee to go in it. And I started this for another challenge on the 1st of July. And that is where I'm up to. The bottom is the whole across panel. And that's all 4 sides. So I haven't got far to finish that. And then I've only got the top. Now the top looks to be just honeycomb. And then the square on the top. And the bottom's always plain. So it hasn't got terribly much to do either. I think I had to do another 2,000, like had to do 2,000 stitches. So it was very easy. So cute. It was very easy just to sit there, very enjoyable with the different flowers on each little skip. Bee skip. So it hopefully won't take too long. And there is just what I've done and the finished project. My last start for the month was Harry Potter Heart by Helen Kovlachuk, cross stitch for you on Etsy. Very simple, but my grandsons are starting to show a little bit of interest in it. And I thought, well, I'll have it done. And if they do show any interest, it can go on their playroom wall. And I only got the centerpieces done. The quill, the house shield, the HP. I think that's the sock dear old Dobby got. And it's just being done on 28 count white even weave on, and I started on the 8th of July. And that is currently where I'm at and what it will look like when it is finished. So there are my start and finishes. Now we're on to whips. There's a couple that you normally see that aren't here. One for a very good reason you'll find out next month. The other, stitch in time. Not enough that you could see, so it wasn't worth pulling it out, taking it off the things. So we'll start with B by Lorna Lane from Gecko Rouge. This one, Kelly from Animal Instincts. She's got a lot of people stitching this. It's beautiful. It is off for a change. It's off the Q-snap. Starting to fill in some of the pieces. This is done on 20 count white Ada. I started it on the 16th of the 4th, 2020. I think it's my last 2020 project. And I love it. I really do love it. I probably shouldn't have done the bee straight away because, I mean, it's just beautiful. But you can see I filled in a lot down the bottom. And you'll probably see that better when I get to the before and after. It was a case of filling in blanks. I think I had to do some yellow for some challenges, and then the rest was just something that made a noise. And I said a bee made the noise, and I was working in the bottom half, just filling in as many bits and pieces as I could. Slowly getting there, but I really love that project. Come on. Now, I've just got to remember, there we go. There is where I'm up to and what it will look like in the end. So I've got quite a few pink flowers to get done. A fair few blue flowers to finish and a lot of yellow and gold. But I love it. There we go. Next project is Cathedral Woods Goddess by Mirabelle. I love this one. I'm up to the 1/1 skin. I really need to get to the head because I've got plans for this one. This is being done on 32 count Wexford linen in Mookite stone, and I started on the 28th of the 1st, 2022. The bling, the bling, the bling in their leaves. Oh, you can see it there. I've actually got another light here and I think it's making a bit of a difference. Beautiful, beautiful bling in this. I'm coming up to the 1/1 skin down her arms and her face. Lovely fabric. It's very unusual. Before and after. Finished off the bits of gold up round her waist, coming up to the skin on the top. And where I am up to and what she'll look like when she's finished. Now what I have for mine, I am not at this stage going to stitch the antlers because I found a charm that may be replacing those, and I've got to get a face done to see if it's going to be at the right proportions to work. We can only hope, but I am getting close to that. I'm getting close to that. The next whip I have got is Gone to Pieces by Long Dog Samplers. I actually settled on my colours. I should have brought the tablet to show you. I put the colours into Pattern Keeper to see about what it will look like, but it came up a lot paler, but I'm happy with it, so I'm sticking with it. It's only going to have a touch of colour. Now I haven't done all the areas. I've actually stitched up to, because next month I've got to do 2,000 stitches in purple, and starting up here there'll be a lot of purple on the background, but I didn't want to get too far and not have some of the background done, but I did a little bit of, it's only 3 of the colours. There is purple and a deeper pink yet to come, but I think it's going to work on the platinum. This was started on the 14th of March 2023 on 40 count platinum. The black I am using, they should not be there, they should be hiding. They're my other colours. What are my other colours? Oh, a grey and a purple I think are the other colours. Oh, they're the other 3 colours. There'll be a grey, get rid of the black. There'll be a grey, a blue and the purple, the light purple. So we'll see how that goes. So instead of being very loud, like it looked like it would be on the Pattern Keeper, it's going to be a little bit subdued, but I don't think that will be too bad. It won't be overpowered. Before and after. And like I said, I didn't want to get finished and then have to start again and get all that colour done. So I'll try and get as much of that done as I go along. And then that is where I am up to. And the finished project. The colours that show on my printout, like that yellow looks really dark, but that's 676. No, yeah, 676. And that's a very, very pale lemon, and it just didn't show up enough on the platinum fabric. The grey's the same, but again, I'm wondering if I might even have to darken if it doesn't come up dark enough, but I can play with it as I go along. Okay, next stitch, Greenhouse of Oddity sale. I haven't stitched last Friday's. This is from, Lola Crow cross stitch. Loved it. The minute I saw that framework. The minute I saw the framework, that was it. I was supposed to talk Kelly out of doing the sale. She wasn't doing any sales this year, but instead I went and bought it. And so did she. I have done it well. I'm up to date except for Fridays. I decided to wait and show you first before I got to Fridays. Absolutely love it. Friday and one more and it's done. So Friday, there's some hanging plants above Charles Darwin, and then I think the last piece is in the roof up here. Absolutely love this from day one. Very cleverly done with the animals interspersed. I do love the skeleton. These plants can kill. This is being done on purely primitive 38 count from Silk Weavers, and I started it on the 28th of April 23, and the next time you see it, it will be finished. Now this one I won't be able to show you what it's going to look like because I don't know, but that's from where you saw it last time. And like I said, Fridays is above Charles Darwin, and then we have one more and the project's done. Now, we came on late on this one. This is a Haunted Library sale, again, from Lola Crow. I'm doing this with Kelly from Animal Instincts and Joe from Belushi Stitches. Not the same. Not doing it bit by bit as it was released because it's all out now. Just with the colours that I've got to do. This time I had to do a lot of brown stitches. I am doing this on 40 count Whitsunday by number 12 Stitch Co. I love it. It's turning out really nice. Finish the cat with his bones that glow in the dark. The white is all glow in the dark thread. I just love it. Slowly getting there. What I did this month, I started this on the 10th of October 2022. I told you 40 count Whitsunday from number 12 Stitch Co. What I did in July with this one is I only had up to release number 6, so I loaded the final all-in-one from the 10th, I think it was the 10th release, into Pattern Keeper and sat there and marked off everything I had done, so now I can just merrily go on. But the charting's really good. I've done a bit of fair bit of colour completing with the purple and that as I go along, but I just sort of head wherever it stands me because I was a bit limited because, like I said, I was only up to 6 and I thought, why is there a gap there? And I thought, oh, I'm not working on the full one. I need to be. So, before and after for this one, you can see I've got a fair bit done. I got the brown on the stairs across and did the bookshelves. Again, I think it was brown challenges on a stitch in time that got that sort of finish done, and that is where I'm up to, and that is how much more I've got to do. So I've got the ghost, fill the bookshelves, Looks like death coming down the stairs, a couple of monsters crawling out. Frankenstein, so it's a little bit more to do. But again, it's an enjoyable stitch. Next we have Leeds House Sampler. I've said it many times, this is a very relaxing stitch. The blue and the green threads, they're sulky threads. You use them straight from the reel or the spool. Don't have to sort of worry about splitting them or anything. It's lovely, and it is a very relaxing stitch. I think I've got this one out of the, I think they're nearly all out of the Q snaps unless they show everything I've done. That is where I'm up to. I just love it. It's just been so peaceful. So I've just got that bottom section and I'm over halfway. I'm over halfway of that big chunk down the bottom. And then I've just got the verse. This was my new year, new start this year. So it has to be finished by the end of the year. Being done on 28 count Helix from Picture This Plus. And the whole thing is just beautiful. It is just beautiful. And I'm looking forward to finishing it, but at the same time, I rather enjoy stitching it. It's like, you know, some of them you really don't want to finish because you know you're going to miss it. Before and after. So I think I filled in the top half of the centre pattern there and then started on the bottom section. A lot of colour changes, but still very enjoyable. And that is where I'm up to, and that is how much I've got to do. So again, I've just got to finish that last bottom section of the centre motif, and then I've got the, I think it's an Irish saying down below. So I think, I hope to have it done. I hope to have it done. Next one, Bella Filipina, Bagwayian. Even when you photocopy it, it's still shiny. She is very, very pretty. Very, very pretty. I am doing, whoops. I'm doing her on a 32 count ice dye. The colours are amazing in it. I'm trying to get that whole bottom section done. I don't think I've got, I think I've only got the rest of this swirl over here to do, maybe. Actually, I think it's a bit more black dress, a fair bit more black dress to do. That's the bottom half of the, except for beading, done. Started this on the 23rd of January 2023, and as I said, it's on an ice dye from Colour Cascades, which I believe has or is closing down. Was before and after. So I did manage to get a lot done in the month. I think I had to work on something with the ship. And then you've got where I am up to. Oh, we've got a terrible lot to do. A lot of beads when it comes to it, but compared to where she is to where I'm up to, I like to do the bottom first and get the, it's like the Mirabelle's, get the bottoms done because they've usually got more on them than the tops. And then you're sort of working to a smaller goal as you go along. Next whip is another Long Dog sampler. This is called Quiltz. It's a lovely, lovely project. Now this one is still in the Q snap because I finished that bottom section, except for, of course, the year because I don't know when I'm going to finish it. This was my birthday new start this year. And it's being done on Camel from Whoopsie Daisy, sold in daisy chain. Just beautiful. So that is complete. All the edges complete. All those different colours. Little black cats. Hearts and the pegs on the quilts. The quilts were interesting to stitch. And then I'll just be doing each panel. Now, I have done a fair bit up the page because the original thing I had to do was 2,000 stitches in orange. So I got a lot of that done. But I can show you now. Before and after. The whole bottom section, as I said, is completely finished now. So I'll move up to the thin panels, and that is compared to what I've got left to do. So there's plenty left to do, but again, quite an enjoyable stitch. Quite an enjoyable stitch. Now the next one I've got to show you is Red Mermaid, which is another sow with blueshy stitches. Animal from Kelly from Animal Instincts. Come on, there's another lady. Have I written it on the back? I had it all written down. Oh, come on. I'm really sorry. I thought I had them all written down. But there's a few of us doing her. She is lovely, but a lot of that there, you can hardly see the stitches. There's actually a lot of stitches in here. Now, I'm doing it on 32 count Sorcerer, so you can see it under the light there. And you can see more in there. It looks like I've hardly done anything when you see the before and after. But there's all these little hidden stitches in around the place that I think once everything else is there, they'll jump out. But just at the moment, they're sort of hiding in the fabric. Now, this fabric isn't as dark as what came. Like, I've substituted this fabric, but it isn't as dark as what came with the fabric. Started this on the 8th of May. And it's being done on 36 count Sorcerer, again from Colour Cascades Fabrics. Now the before and after, you're going to hardly see, whoops, wrong one. Before and after is very hard to see the difference. You can just see sort of green around her waist. I don't know why I'm pointing with the mouse. You can't see my mouse. But there's a lot behind her lower back. There's a lot under her arm done. I was a bit concerned. I really want to go and do her hair, but I think the bottom is going to be very hard to do because a lot of it is one thread, half stitch. And I'm really concerned. I'll get the rest of it done and then I'll just sort of put it away. So I'm trying to do the hard bit first, so then, you know, the nice, enjoyable stuff will be nice and easy to do. I were concerned about how her hands were going to go, but she actually came good. There's mine against where she is. I mean, her hands just look like they do in the picture, but when I was stitching them, I was more than a little bit concerned. But when you look at all that colour that's still going to come on that very dark fabric, I don't want to leave that to last because I think it's going to be hard work. So I will do the hard stuff first and then I'll come back and do the rest later. Next whip is the Sunflower Sewing Bag from Durene Jones. It is beautiful. It is such a happy stitch. I haven't got to that blue stuff yet though. I've done it before. We'll have to see how it goes. That is where I've got a lot of the outline done. That is where I am up to. I love the sunflowers. It's just a happy, happy stitch. The edging is just, you know, 4 colours, 1 stitch each. Once you get into the routine, it's very easy, but I love those sunflowers. Okay. Oh, sorry. This is being done. It is, oh, it's 25 count country mocha. Started on the 18th of May. That is before and after for the month. And then that is where I am up to to what's left. So I'm not far from coming across that bottom section in the border. But the more I look at that blue, the little bit more I get scared. But I'm sure it will be fine. I've sent away for all the blue. Took me a couple of times because the first shop didn't send me what I ordered. I'm pretty sure it wasn't me that got it wrong. But I managed to get the blue threads from All Threads in Australia. So that was good. So they're all sitting there. And as soon as I get my courage up, I'll give it a good college try. I think it'll be fine. Hope it will be fine. The last whip I have to show you is Winter Quakers from Rosewood Manor. I'm up in that top section. When you see before and after, that is the call for fabric. It looks a lot paler, a lot paler than the actual pattern that I showed you. But I'm stitching it. Let me go back. And I'm up to that. I'm stitching it on call for fabric, but 40 count, so maybe it's darker. I started this on the 6th of January, no, 6th of July 2022. I finished spring, that's up on the wall behind me. I'm doing winter. I'm not sure about the other two. I just really love winter and I really love spring. I am doing it with the cord for Valdani threads, but I have to unwind them to one strand and it's very difficult because they don't like it and they try and break all the time. So we'll go back before and after. You've really got to have your mind on this one. I'm trying to do all the little snowflakes as I go along. And this is where I am up to compared to the full pattern. So I've got a ways to go and a couple of pretty big motifs to go. So there are all my whips, my starts, my finishes. I've got a couple of purchases, not a lot, and a couple of Stitch Kindness. This is absolutely beautiful. I'll take it off. Oh, there was a magnet on that. I'll hold it on there first. Look at this. It's a stitched bee. It is a hair clip done on the plastic. Absolutely beautiful. It is from So Far So Good AU from Etsy. My son's girlfriend gave me that for my birthday and I just think it's so cute. First of all, I thought she might have stitched it, but even still, so good, so good, so far so good. Olivia, it's absolutely beautiful. If you're looking for a gift for a stitchy friend and you're not up to doing it, it might be a good Etsy store to have a look, and it's an Australian one to boot. As well as that, she gave me lots of other things. There's like the honey type looking pot there, which is going to be filled with goodies. And look at these needle minders. These are from Magical Minders. And they're all being related. Look at that little cute one in the middle. Aren't they lovely? She also gave me bee fabric. Oh, it was really lovely and very kind, of course. Also from Amanda from Pennington Terrace. She sent me a birthday gift. Now, look at that. Isn't that the cutest little turkey you've ever seen in your life? Now, she said she ran out of time for finishing, but I'll finish him up. I think he's the cutest little thing. I had a bit of a... For a while there, I didn't think I was going to get it back for my mum. She also sent me, because she knows me well, look at these. Beautiful threads from Stitchy Stuff in America. She sent me 2 of each of these colours. This one I can pronounce, that's eggplant. Come on. Eggplant. I wonder why it doesn't do that. Sometimes it's perfect. There we go. Beautiful. I've got to get organised because on the 1st of September we start Beautiful Stitches and I haven't worked out my threads yet. Chocolate Raspberry Truffle. How nice is that? This is called Finer Wine. Address to the Stitchy Stuff. It's just www.stitchystuff.com. And the last one, Lunar Tide. I made you pick my colours straight away. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, the other thing, usually I do a bit of stitching at lunchtime, and I haven't been doing that. I've been getting my supplies, beads and everything in order. What I've been doing at lunchtime is undoing, I keep my DMC bobbinated. I've got 2 full sets that I keep for, that's my stash for retirement. The pink set has pink circular anniversary labels from DMC. This set, I've been replacing them slowly, just taking a few each day and sitting there and winding from one bobbin to another, putting the new labels on. These labels are from Orderly Stitching. Now, I've had them for a while and I just haven't got my act together, but they look so pretty in the box. Now, they come from New Zealand. It's called Orderly Stitching. Come on. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Move my face. There we go. Orderly Stitching on Etsy. And I love how, and I'll go back to the picture, I love how they're basically the same colour as the thread. All of the 1 to 35 are there. It has the deadly metallics. It has the 4000 variegated range. It has the lower variegated range. All nicely done. I put them on. Not one of them's moved since I put them on. I put them on and I just hold my finger for a couple of seconds so the glue sort of heats up just fractionally using, you know, the body heat. And it looks beautiful. I'm very happy with it. But because I've finally got my act together, I thought to show you those. So I've got my pink set, I've got the green set, and now if I use those and come across them, I know they go back in that box. Because before I was just cutting off the numbers straight from the label and sticking it with sticky tape over the end. And then I couldn't remember which box they went into. So now I don't have to worry. A couple of patterns. This is from Stony Creek. It is called Seashells and Snowflakes. I'd rather have seashells than snowflakes. It's a cute little pattern. I did get I don't think I got them out. I did get. They didn't come with it. Did get the thongs to put on it. Cute, cute as a button. I didn't get the shell buttons. Couldn't find them, quite frankly. So I thought I'd just either go down the street and have a look. But then I've got real shells that I might be able to just drill the hole and put them in. My kids used to collect them when we went down the coast all the time. This one, this is Stitchy Sally, all her beautiful ladies from Barbara. Anna, look at the cat. I couldn't go past the cat. She put another one of her ladies up, and I thought, oh, I've got to go and have a look. This is called Wild Flowers. And she showed another one she was working on. I thought, oh, I've got to go and check them out. And hopefully I'm not too noisy here. But I think I can show you, because I think Sally's done quite a few of these. Mind you, I'm not upset at all. They're lovely. There we go. Look at those. Look at those beautiful ladies. This is just some of them. I never saw that other black cat dressed up. But aren't they lovely? They're all just so lovely. But when I saw the cat, that was it. The cat was mine. Can't wait to start him. I don't think it'll be terribly long. I'll find a reason to have to do it. You know, it's so sad you've got to start. You know, I could have had 4 finishes. But of course I had 4 starts, so I neither added nor gained on projects this month. So that's that pattern. From the Sweetheart Tree, again, I had this started years and years ago. This is Cat Lovers Biscornu. I had this started a long time ago, and I can't find it. It's another one that when we got the storage shed, we moved really quick things in there. I just didn't get around to looking where some of these things went. It comes with the pussycat pin. Where does he go? Oh, he just dangles off it. I'll show you again in a minute. Pussycat pin and the 2 little hearts for the centre. Put them back in so I don't lose it. Pussycat just dangles on the cord up in that area. So they actually come from the pattern. I got that from, anyone in Australia looking for it, I got that from All Threads. I knew doing the other one, they're just lovely little patterns. And then Though I'm on a Fabric Diet, this was from Stash Unload. This is the same fabric as I did the Long Dog Egyptian project on, except this one is opalescent, but it's still beautiful with the gold. It's the gold fleck in the opalescent. So it is called Days Gone By, 28 count opalescent, and I don't think it is 28 count. I think it's smaller than that, but doesn't matter. I love it. Now the other one I got is another piece of, no, it's purpler than that. It's purple. It's purple. It is purple. Nope. Should have took a photo with me box. It's nearly $5.50. DMC $5.50. This is a massive piece from Colour Cascades. She was selling it as a ready dyed to go, and I went and had a look when she made the announcement that she'd be shutting down. So that was a colour I adored. I think it's the one, so you can't even see, it almost looks black. that White Christmas from Mirabelle is on there. That's on Underground King as well. Beautiful dark deep purple. And last of all, I've got to show you the threads of the month. Sweet pea it has to be, yep. Summer Showers, Summer Meadow, Soot, Schoolyard and Pumpkin Patch from Gentle Arts. Week's Dye Works, Mocha, Mimosa, Mexicali, Mermaid at Miami, and Michael's Navy. Michael's Navy is a bit hard to show you. It's like a very deep dark blue. There we go. And the last one's the Colour Cascades, Queen Bee, Rain Shower, Rainy Day, Raspberry, Really Tealy and Red Currant. Now, that's basically all I've got for you this month. Now, when I purchased this pattern from 123 Stitch, I must hit the button twice. I think I hit it where you select all, because I was hoping the buttons were an option to purchase, which they weren't. I had to track them down. So, if anyone is interested in a copy of this, all you have to do is use the word seashells in your comment below. You don't have to write a story, just simply seashell or seashells. I'll do a drawing online next month. Usual rules apply. Over 18 or must have parents' approval. Don't say give away free or win. I'm happy to send anywhere in the world. I prefer it if you're a subscriber. I'd rather it not go to waste. Give me a sec. Technical difficulties, but it's me. Okay, all I think I've got next is stats. Like I said, just over 35,000 stitches for July. I started with 26 whips in 2022. I've had 26 starts, 21 finishes, so I didn't make any change this month. I'm still sitting on 31. No guesses what I might have finished. I've got a big finish to show you next month. I won't have to stitch on one project in December. I don't know what happened. It's, well, you have a month off. What do you want to do? Get over a horrendous June being a finance person? So what do? You just merrily stitch. So I have got a very big finish to show you next month. Well, this month. I'd had hoped on to, thought I could get Christmas Elegance done. I think I'm close to 2,000 beads now and she's still not done. Not to mention the fact I have done 1/1 skin, so it is really slowing me down. I just thought, yeah, I can get that done, but no. There are so many beads on her. I did post her recently on Instagram, and she must be a lady that everyone loves, because I've got a lot of comments and likes for her, because she's a beautiful girl, that Mirabelle. But she won't be finished this month. Maybe by Christmas. I've still got about 1,400 stitches to do to meet a challenge on her. But I won't get the beading done, I'm sure. There is something like 10 different beads, and some of them had 5 packs and some had 3. So there are a lot of beads. Anyway, I'm only rambling. I won't keep you all any longer. Again, thank you all for thank you to those who have new subscribers. Thank to my current subscribers. I love the comments. Again, I will have to check when I'm uploading this. I'll go to the studio and make sure any that didn't come through my phone, I'll catch up and answer to them. You're all very kind. I have a couple of ladies that chat to me outside the month, which is lovely. Oh, and Marg, this is for you. I'm just going to swap back. I forgot to ask my mum what he was. Oh, bad. You're getting a reflection. But that's the dog I'll be babysitting tomorrow that I'm a bit nervous about. He's very young. He's very energetic. And I'm very much a cat person. I love him, don't get me wrong. But I hate looking after other people's pets because I'm really worried something's going to happen. But thankfully it's only one night. But I'll take care of Artie and I'm sure we'll get along fine, but I'll have to get up early and get him out and about on Thursday before Mum gets home, so he's there ready to welcome her. So thank you everyone. I hope you have a great rest of the month for August, and I'll see you early July. Nope. I'll see you early September. Take care. Bye.